Alright, welcome back. We're gonna try this a third time and see if we can get through the tutorial here. So I went and did a couple of tests, uh, and was able to get it fixed to be able to detach the header trailer and hook up the header, do the harvesting part of this tutorial. Uh, then I got stuck. It would not unload the grain because I shut the combine off and was not able to get back into the uh, harvester to turn it on. So I then went and was. I think I did the wrong thing there. Hold on. I then went and started a third game and was able to finish it completely uh, by leaving the harvester on. So if you play where you have automatic engine start turned off and you have to manually start your equipment, I would recommend if you're doing this tutorial, unless it's just my game, I don't know, but uh, I would recommend when it tells you to switch vehicles, you leave it running because that seemed to work for me on the other file I created. Uh, uh, still having some difficulties with the controllers or with the controller on PC. Uh, I don't know what's going on with it. I did watch a video from DJ Goham. He recommended that when you're using a controller on the PC to leave it disconnected from your computer until after the game has loaded. That did seem to help fix my issues with uh my thumbsticks and the movement. Let's see, what am I looking for here? Vehicle front loader, no. Crane, no. Game, no. Vehicle gear platform, I think. Lights. Okay, so let's see. You got an overview controller. Yeah, I tell you. New games, getting them set up, they're so much fun. Uh, Other than these few minor hiccups, I mean, I am enjoying the game. It's been fun. Uh, okay, so that's fine. Where in? There we go. Okay. Yes. Now let's go. Okay, let's see. It's still not gonna let me. Oh, there. It did let me. Okay. That may have worked before I did all that stuff. I apologize for that, guys. But I had just had to select the right piece of equipment there. And I did that with the Y button. So now here we're gonna let's see, is it gonna let me?
Good. You're almost
Hey.
set now.
Alright.
Before you can start harvesting, the grain tank needs to be unfolded. Do that and bring yourself into position on the field.
Alright, so there you can read there. It tells you what you're going to push to unfold the grain tank. As it did pretty much step by step, it tells you what key bindings you need to use in order to do the stuff. Uh, Whether you are using a keyboard and mouse or a controller, it will it will show you um, either way. I am going to go ahead and enable the straw swath. I don't know if it will let me collect the straw off of this field or not.
You can see that the field is nearly done already. I was feeling a little wobbly in the knees earlier, so I left it for you. Thought you might want to try it out anyway. All you need to do is to steer the harvester into the field. Unfold the tank, start the harvester, and do the rest.
Alright, so there again, you see at the bottom of the screen tells you how to do that.
With a combine of this size, harvesting takes some time. But soon you will be able to buy a bigger one. Now go at it and show the crowd who's the farmer.
But anyway, as I was saying before I paused there to let you listen to the narrative of the story or the tutorial, I'm doing this. I'm not sure if once this is over, the fields will stay like they are, or if they reset uh, to a different state. But in the events that they stay like they are now, I will be able to collect this straw, which I will use for my animals, probably food to make for cows, TMR, but I'm not going to go into that right now in very much detail. I will do that when I get to the point of it. I did notice just a few minutes ago when I was on my other game file some changes with the animals, but I will not, or I am not going to touch on that right at the moment. This is basically just my first impressions of playing the game, trying to get through the tutorial, letting you guys see kind of what the game looks like, the mechanics of it, and how things work if you're not familiar with the Farming Simulator game series. If you are, then obviously you guys already know pretty much how everything works, and you probably really don't need to do the tutorial. You can just pretty much jump in and do whatever you want to do. But also kind of wanting to show off some of the new features of the updated version here. Like I said, the ground deformation, the detail on the machinery. Just, I mean, 22 was good, but I mean this one I think is I don't want to say 100% better, but just from the little bit of time I've played it so far today, I definitely think it's an improvement over the last one, especially with all the other features that have been added. Uh, Many new crops. There's rice, there's green beans, peas, spinach. Um, the different weather features with the dynamic weather. You got uh, tornadoes, hail, uh, just all the different stuff. It's uh, it's gonna be fun. Uh, I kind of, it's kind of a happy sad time because you're happy the new game's coming out, but you're kind of sad too because you're moving on and all the time and effort you put into the last one, you know. But anyway, I don't plan on quit play. I don't plan to quit playing Farm Sim 22. Uh, I will go back to it periodically throughout and play it, make some
Nice one,
videos
kiddo.
on it.
That's it. You have my blood in your veins, after all. Harvester has a limited capacity to store the crop. Now we need to unload the wheat onto a trailer to sell it. Prepare your harvester for unloading by unfolding the pipe.
All right, so there again, you see the instructions. I'm gonna go ahead and finish pulling that up, and then unfold the pipe. We should get another prompt here.
The pipe will start extending, and the wheat will start to pour out automatically. But we're missing something, aren't we? There's no trailer here just yet. Go get the trailer in the garage.
And so then there's another tutorial prompt on the bottom.
Come back to the field so we can unload.
And then so I had turned on the turned the automatic engine start off. So I have to manually start the uh, tractors and machinery. It's for me on Xbox controller. It's RB and X. It may be different on PlayStation, but I'm assuming it'd be what the R1 and triangle, or not
Empty the
triangle,
tank of your harvester. Pull along to it on the driver's side of the harvester.
square.
The trailer is in the correct position directly below the pipe. The harvester will start to unload automatically. Neat, huh? Wait it out until it's unloaded.
All right, cool. So that did work. I left the combine running,
Well done, kiddo.
and
You can
it
either
did
store
that.
the
It
crop in
unloaded
your
just
silo,
fine.
or you can sell it.
One thing
This
you
slow
may or
will
may
promise
not
to
be
a
able
vendor
to.
friend. He's already waiting for you. So all you gotta do is drive the tractor with the trailer to his unloading station. Now drive to the grain elevator to sell the wheat.
You may or may not be able to hire a worker to leave the combine running while you get the tractor and trailer. I don't know. I have not tried that yet. It'd be something to test. Uh, a theory. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the Farm Sim 22. You know, I do plan on playing that game more. Obviously, I want to get everything out of it I can. Uh, just because it was a investment that I made when I purchased it. Uh, thankfully, if you follow my channel, I don't know, I do stuff mostly on console, but all my videos generally have been made on PC here, which is what I'm playing on today. Uh, I have been doing some clips and stuff that I've taken from my Xbox and edited and stuff like that to put up, but for the most part, it's easier for me to do PC streaming, recording video and all that. Uh, but we'll see. I don't know. I may do a console playthrough of this Farm Sim 25. I don't know. I was actually lucky enough to win a copy of it from Driver 53 Gaming. He's on YouTube as well. Uh, he autographed it and is sending it to me. I should have it soon. Thank you, Driver 53. You're awesome.
This is one of many solar farms. If you don't like the prices you get on the market, you can also store the grain in your farm silo to wait it out. Sell your goods later. But now, let's get to it. Drive the trailer over the tip area and unload. Well done. At some point, you'll do this in your sleep. Now, let's go back to the farm, shall we?
Alright, so now we're heading back to Grandpa Walter's farm to see what he has in store for us next. One thing I will kind of touch on, and I'm gonna try not to do it with this game. That I did it with Farm Sim 22 was uh the with the mods. I overloaded my system, I think, with mods, and I ran into a lot of conflicts and game issues and game problems and whatnot. So there for a while, I didn't play the game because I was a little bit discouraged because it wasn't working properly, or you you downloaded a mod and you really liked it and it was working fine, then you went and updated another one, uh, or a different mod, or downloaded a different mod because you wanted to try it, and it broke the one you had previously. So then you had to go. It was just complicated. I did put some videos out about broken mods and fixing them. Uh, I've had a few more since then. Oop, I took out a stop sign, I think. Oh well, we won't tell nobody. Uh, but yeah, I I've gotten it pretty much fixed now. Don't hit the tree. I've played it a little bit, and it seems like it's been working fine for the most part. Alright, so oh, can we get back in? Let me in. No, it's not gonna let me back in. See, it won't. So that's what it is, I guess. It's not the game. It's not the game or the controller that's messed up. It's just part of the tutorial that won't let you do certain things. Cause like there, it's not letting me get back in this tractor or whatnot. So it's just gonna run while I talk to Grandpa Walter here.
You're back. Splendid. I started wondering if you joined your father. Well, where were we? Right. You've seen the most important steps on the field now. There's always more to do, like yield improvement, liming, fertilizing, weeding. Those require special equipment. Next thing is gaining a bit of a feel for everything. I'll just leave you to it so you can try out a few things. You don't want your old grandpa meddling with your business all the time, do you? But I'll be here if you need anything. If you want more detailed info, you can also ask Ben. He has been one of my most trusted helpers in the past. He will gladly explain a lot of farming techniques. Now, get to farming. Dung heap indeed. You'll do just fine. This farm is your farm now.
Alright, so I believe. Yes, there. It's gonna let me get back into the tractor now. So let's pull it over here. Park it right there for a minute. Turn it off. Let's see. And okay, and I can switch. So it automatically shut the harvester off, and it left the straw there. We'll fire that back up. We'll put the pipe in. Go ahead and fold it. Raise that up. Let's see if we dropped that. it does automatically snap into place just like in Farm Sim 22. So that carried over. There we go. So yeah, so now it seems like now since I reset my controller and stuff, uh unplugged it from the computer before I restarted the game. And then I also, as you seen there a little bit ago in the video, I uh I went in and um reset the key bindings to what they were supposed to be, and it seems like it's working fine now. So I think it was just part of the tutorial process that it was having the issue with. Let's see. Can I can I get this somewhat straight back in here? Oh, I think I can. All right. Well, how about that? We got her back in there. So yeah, so let's see, there we're gonna do the pause menu. That's gonna save it. So here, now the menu has changed a little bit. Since we've done the tutorial, you have obviously you have the map overview that shows you all the different fields and the uh, productions, uh, all the different productions and stuff. Let's see, we can go. So there, it's going to show you all the different stuff that you have on the map, the different buildings and all that. If you go through the menus there, you got your crop types. It shows the different crop types in the different fields. So it looks like those two fields we have canola. That one's not planted. That one is wheat, I'm assuming, possibly corn. Kind of hard to. I'm gonna say wheat because it looks a little bit lighter than the corn and the oats. But so like I touched on a little bit earlier, we own one, two, three, four fields to start. A decent amount of stuff. Uh, Here's the growth, the different growths. Um, so actually, this field here has been harvested. Actually, I think that was one that we were just in. That one is growing. That one has been cultivated, and that one is ready to be harvested. Um, got different soil compositions, which it looks like all four of my fields look like they need to be plowed, which that is a feature you can turn off or on. You can also turn off the stones, the lime. There's so many different features you can turn on and off if you want to. Uh, Hotspots, just kind of like I said, just showed that one a minute ago, where everything is. This is farmland, so shows what we own here. I believe, yeah. So if you right press on the right thumbstick, it'll bring up the information about it and show you, say, if you want to buy it, what size it is, if you want the value, if you want to buy it, you want to visit it. You just highlight it and click. That would be how you buy new fields. So let's say, like for instance, I want to buy up here, which is two fields. So I would click. Oh, they're individual. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be one farmland together. So yeah. So let's say I want to buy. Uh, it would be farmland 20, which is field 19. Or no, I'm sorry. Okay, I had 20 highlighted. So if I want to buy farmland 19, I hover over it, I right click on the thumbstick, it'll come up and show me it's 9.79 acres. The value is 237,792. And then I can click A to buy, or yeah, I click on A to buy it, or I go down there and click A, it'll visit it, which will teleport me there. But if I want to get back out of that, I just hit B and it goes back to the menu I can scroll through. So there's the create job for AI workers, which like I said, I don't very seldom use them. Only on occasion will I use them. Uh, and then this is your active worker page, which I have no active workers. And then back to the main, shows what all crop types are in what fields. I right bumper down. This is your crop calendar. Now, this is not typically what the crop calendar will look like. This is because I have seasonal growths turned off. But if you had it turned on, you'd have different different crops on the left would have different spots throughout that would be green for when you could plant them and when you could harvest them. But since I turned that off, it's not going to be implemented on this. Down one more, we have our animals, which something I like personally compared to the previous games. It does actually start you out with animals. You can choose to keep them and profit from them eventually by having them reproduce. They are a lot of work. Animals, for the most part, are a lot of work, with the exception of chickens. I would say chickens and sheep's, goats. They've added goats for this game. But chickens, sheeps, and goats, I would say, are probably the two easiest animals to have. Uh, they just take the least amount of care. But your cows, your pigs, horses. I think new animals in this game would be water buffalo. Uh, but I'm not sure if I'm missing any or not. But yeah, those are the harder ones because like with cows, while we're here, I will go. I said I wasn't going to do this, but while I'm here, I will go ahead. So you can see the screen here. There's different things uh on there. It gives you a breakdown, but they have their food is total mixed rations, which is the best food to feed cows. But in order to get that, you have to mix hay, silage, and straw. And if you want optionally to do mineral feed, you can do that as well. But you can see right now, so this is one of the new features is the meadow, which that's part of the dynamic pastures for animals. So the meadow is only going to give them 40% uh, production, health, whatever, 40% of it. But that's what they're grazing on now. But now, if I want to put in grass, it'll give 40%. If I want to do silage, it'll be 80%, and hay will be 80%. But if I want overall 100%, I have to do the total mixed rations, which when I get to that stage, I'll probably do a video on that and show you guys more about that stuff. And then I will probably go more into detail about the animals as well. But so moving on from here, the next screen is your contracts. Looks like they've updated. Let's see, new and active. Okay, so I don't have any active. So let's see here, new. Okay, so this one is going to be a baling contract information. Press square bales on the specified field. So to lease the equipment is going to cost us $400. Field number is 52. Size is 3.86 acres. Bale type is square bale. So that would mean to me you cannot make round bales and complete that mission. So that's definitely something that's been changed from the previous game. Because before you could do either or. If it was a baling contract, you could do square bales or round bales. It did not matter. But now this one, I'm assuming, means you have to do square bales only. And it also has a countdown timer there. Like this one lasts for 14 hours and 20 minutes. This Deadwood here, which I've never done a Deadwood mission. They were part of the Platinum expansion for Farm Sim 22, but I have not done them, so I don't know exactly what they are. I'm believing from watching other YouTubers that play the game that did them, you go to the marked area and you have to find the certain trees that are marked that are dead and cut them down and get rid of them. Let's see. Let's read this real quick and see. Contract information. Oops. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. I guess a new one popped up on there. Okay, so yeah, so then that right there confirms what I said about the baling. Sorry, I'll get back to the Deadwood one in a second. So this one here is saying it's gotta be square bales. This one here is saying round bales, and that one's bale wrapping. Okay, so maybe I'm. Let's see. Okay, so that's I got a little bit confused on that, but this one you're wrapping round bales. The other one you're actually baling the crop, whether it be grass or hay. I'm not sure. You're baling whichever one with a square bale, and those are round bales you're going to be wrapping. But anyway, so let's get back to the Deadwood here. It says contract information. In this area, there is a problem with Deadwood. Help the owner and cut down all dead trees. Each tree is already marked. You can sell them afterward. So it looks like you can lease the equipment for $200. Farmland is 12. Reward per tree is 150. Penalty per tree is 2,000, and there's 10 trees. So there's 10 trees you have to cut down, and you get $150 for each tree for a total of 1,500. Minus the 200 if you lease the equipment, of course. But if you cut down the wrong tree, I guess you get penalized for $2,000. So that actually sounds to me like on a Deadwood mission, you could go in the hole and not make money at all. Then next up, we got the fertilizing contracts, which those are super easy in my opinion. The fertilizing ones are the easiest ones to do, especially if you have a fertilizer spreader. They're super easy, and they sometimes pay decent. Like this one's paying almost 4,500. That one's 1,000. That one's about 1,400. But those are the super easy ones to do. Harvesting, they're pretty easy too, not terrible. Uh, Mowing, that's something new that's been added. Like I said, they did change the contracts from what I can see, because before it used to be it was just strictly baling was one where you had to mow it, ted it if it was for hay, and bale it, and yada yada yada. But so now they've got where they're individual, they broke them apart where now you're individually doing either the baling, the mowing, the wrapping. I'm guessing there's probably tedding ones too. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing those yet. Rock removal. That looked, I did see, I think it was either DJ Goham or Farmer Cop do one of the rock removal contracts, and they are super easy. Uh, but it looks like they do put in a penalty there. Wood transport. Okay, so that's the last of the contracts there. While I'm on the screen, let's go ahead. Um, I guess I'm gonna go ahead. Accept the fertilizing. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and accept the 3 fertilizing contracts just because, like I said, those are the easiest ones. I have not spent any of my money yet. I started out with 250,000. I got a little bit from selling that grain, but I did think it did charge me a little bit for the worker that it made me hire, uh, just to complete the tutorial. Okay, so let's see here. Owned. So we don't own any productions, and these are all the ones that are available. I'll try to make videos and go through and do stuff more into detail on those in the future. Here is your crop prices. So what I'm scrolling right now, this would be your silo. So as you see, you scroll down through, like if there's a little dash, that means your silo won't hold it. So if you have any of those products, you're gonna have to either get some kind of storage, uh, or sell them directly. But like, so barley, I can store barley, I can store canola, carrot, uh, corn, diesel, grapes, green beans, rice. Um, but yeah, you kind of can just go through that and see what all you can store on your silo in your silos and that. And I'm sure eventually, once mods start dropping more frequently, there'll be modded silos uh to hold other stuff. There was a ton of them in Farm Sim 22. But as we go over, okay, so if the green circles at the top are not highlighted, you're gonna go in the menu here. This will show you the different places to sell your stuff. So I say, for instance, okay, so barley, and oh, that's awesome. So that's a new feature they added for this game. It shows you how far away each one of the sell points is. So farmers market is 4,590 feet away. And it goes on from there. So the closest one is the Grain Barge. Will be the Grain Barge Terminal 02. I don't know what happened. My controller there did something funny. Button stuck, I guess. But so that, yeah, that one's 1,043 feet away, but they're only paying $782 dollars per 1,000 liter of barley. To whereas, let's see, which one's paying the highest here? 62, 84. Okay, so then the one underneath it is $784 per 1,000 liters of barley. Is the grain mill, but it's 2,793 feet away. So a little bit farther, just about double the distance, but you're going to be getting $2 more. So really, in hindsight, I guess it really ain't a whole heck of a lot of difference on that one. And then at the bottom there is the graph. Will show you the fluctuation in the prices. So like right now we're in August, so it's at the lowest price in August. If we wait until January, it's at the highest of prices, which would be a little over $1,100 per 1,000 liters, and then it drops off from there. But so yeah, you can do that with all different crops. Each one you kind of can see your sell points, see the price they're paying. Um, and obviously you can buy some of the stuff. I see it there from the warehouse. But then the graph at the bottom is the key thing to pay attention to. Because if it's like, for instance, if we had, let's just say canola, because I think that's what we got growing. So we get our canola, and right now, the highest we would get for it would be what, 1714. But if we're in August, if we hold on to it for about 3 to 4 months until we get into December, we're gonna get a little over 21, almost $2,200 per 1,000 liters of it. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on and monitor the different prices and different stuff. But so if I go back up here, highlight the green circles there, and I can go over to the vehicles. So this shows you all the vehicles that we own. Uh, Obviously, kind of self-explanatory. License plate, none of them have license plates. The age of the vehicle, how old it is, the hours that are on the vehicle, the condition, the leasing cost, the value. Uh, Basically, which the value, which is like if we want to sell something, what we get for it. Um, but that's that. Then go back up and go over to hand tools. We currently don't have any hand tools. Oh, pardon me. Our finance page. So this is what. Okay, so this is going to show us what the month we're in is August, and it gives you the breakdown on the left of everything, and then on the right of what you made. So like we made, so production cost. Okay, where is that? Property income? Is that? Yeah, so we got $108 from property income. I'm not sure what we're getting property income from. Possibly bees. I don't know on that one. That'd be interesting to find out. But then we got down here harvest income. We got 21.22 from that little bit of wheat we sold. Um, Wage payment is 0, so it's in the red. And that's one thing that as you progress and play the game, these will go. If it's white, it's a gain. If it's a red, it's a loss. We'll go back up here. There's your statistics page. Uh, all your different statistics for the game that you're playing. Like for instance, this one, I've been playing for roughly about 36 minutes with a total of an hour and 43 minutes on this game file. There are 25 collectibles on this map. Played for 1 year, which obviously I haven't played the full year because I just started. And then it shows over on the left the different statistics there. That's that menu, and then obviously you've seen me do this menu quite a bit. Go ahead and save it real quick here. So yeah, and that's actually a new feature too. I think I just scrolled down here. Those dots highlighted green, so I can scroll through the different tips at the bottom of the screen. But so that's that menu there. Um, If I back out of it and I go, the other menu is going to be okay. So this is your shop menu slash build menu. Shows you all the different brands. If you want to search a vehicle by brand, let's say I'm partial for whatever reason to John Deere. Don't hate on me for that. But everybody has their own brand that they're partial to. Some people are partial to Case. Some people are partial to Massey Ferguson. Uh, it's everybody's got their own preference. I've just kind of gravitated towards the John Deere stuff. So I can search, I can go down to J, go over John Deere, hit A, and it's going to show me everything John Deere in this game. Now, 90% of this stuff is all base game. These two right here, I did go ahead and download the few mods that have dropped for the game already, along with the extra content I received from my game purchase, which was the MacDon pack. I do have one other uh, piece of equipment to download. Uh, that was part of the edition of the game I purchased, but I haven't done that just yet. But so these two right here are mods, so those two would not be in there normally. But this shows you everything John Deere. So let's say, for instance, okay, um, I don't have enough money for that. I didn't give myself enough starting money for that. What do we got here? And then, okay, so also, before I do what I was going to do, I'm going to backtrack just a second. So at the bottom there, you see that little garage looking symbol and the key symbol. Garage symbol is um what you if you own it. So like if you highlight, let's just go highlight that, it shows one by the garage symbol, means I own one of them. A key would mean I lease it. No, I have nothing leased and I own very little bit of stuff. So here, let's go ahead. Just gonna do this, use this for a future for reference. I'm probably gonna regret it, but so this I believe is a square baler, and it shows you all the different stuff at the bottom there. What horsepower is required, the weight, the working with, um, the size bales it makes, the miles per hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and click A. That's gonna bring up the shop menu. That might actually be a round baler. Yeah, that might actually be a round baler. I think that's a round baler with a bale wrapper. Let's see here. So with bale on in turner. So no, or I can say yes for an extra $1,500. But I'm not sure. We'll just say yes. I'm not sure what the difference there is exactly. I can do the tires I want. Let's see what tires. Let's see. Those are the standard. PKT. I think I'm gonna go with those. I kind of like the tread pattern on those. Uh, Rain wrap white is 1,000. We can do black. Uh, let's see. So we can do empty. Won't cost us anything. So that if we don't want the bales wrapped, uh, we can do empty. Let's see. We do rain wrap white. Black, green, nature green. Okay, so we don't have yellow, so we'll just go ahead and go with, um, I'll go with that one. Cost an extra $1,000. Round bale net, okay. standard net, film binding. So those are all different features now. Now I'm guessing, and I'll have to do some more testing and make a separate video on this, but I'm guessing you can go with those being empty and you won't pay for them, but you'll have to buy them from the shop to add to it. So let's see. I guess it. We'll just say standard net because I don't know. I don't know what that any of that stuff means right now at the moment. License plate. We're not gonna worry about that. None of our other stuff has it. So base price is 112.5. Options is gonna add 1960. So it's gonna cost me a total of 114,460. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes and buy that. Just trying to get that straw picked up. So then if I go back here, I'm gonna back out of this menu real quick. Go over. It's gonna save my game because I have it automatically set to save every 15 minutes. Some of you may want that, some of you may not. So if I go to the stats menu, highlight finances. So there you see, I'll scroll down just so there you see. Okay, so August new vehicles is in red. So I spent 114,460 on new vehicles, and it's in red. Everything else is in white. So that's what I was meaning by if it's a negative, it'll be red. If it's a positive, it'll be white, or it stays white. Okay, so then let's go back to the garage. So yeah, that's the brand search. Let's see. I do need a fertilizer spreader. Let's see. Is there a Kubota one? No, there's not. Okay. So that is how you search by brands. And then obviously you can tab down vehicles. You got drivables are gonna be that. Loaders are gonna be that. All that different stuff. You got trailers, soil cultivation, seeding, yield improvements, which that's gonna be like there we go, fertilizer spreader. So you got different ones here. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and go with this one here because it looks similar to what I use in Farm Sim 22, just a different. I was using the Kubota one. Now this one here obviously has no customization at all because there's nothing on the left side of the screen in that black box other than how much it costs. So it's an Amazon ZATS 3200. Hold 3,200 liters, weighs 573 kilograms. Working width is 42 meters, and working speed is 11 miles an hour. 11 miles an hour. So we'll go ahead. We'll buy that. We'll say okay there. Then I can go get those three contract. Go get fertilizer and get those three contracts taken care of. One thing, and it is cheaty. I do hope they carry over some of the mods from Farm Sim 22. The Fieldwork Fill Station is the one I believe I've been using on 22. But there's two variations of it. You get one is free, one you have to pay for. And then there's also 82 Studios multi-fruit fill station, which that one's pretty good as well. But that, like I said, that's for future when mods come out. We'll get into that. So there you got pallet of seeds. All right, we're going consumables. That's I'm guessing going to be fertilizer. Okay. So for that is 1,000 for 1920. So either way, either or is going to be the same price. So what did I say that held 3,200. So let me buy two of those, and I will buy two of those just to show you the difference when we go to get them. And then there's our harvester, combine harvester, forage harvester, grassland. Actually, yeah, I don't need that right this minute. I can wait on that. Baling. Well, I wait and see on that. Yeah, so there, I was right. Consumables, you have your wrap and your net. But you have net, twine, and wrap for your baler. So obviously you will use it up and have to buy more to refill it. So that's something they've changed from base game in 22. Then we keep going. We got root crops, vegetables, special crops, uh, grapes and olives, which I'm not particularly going to do grapes and olives on this because they were a pain in 22. I've just used multi-fruit greenhouses and other ways to get grapes and olives. It was so much easier. Animal technology, there's different things in there. Forestry, miscellaneous objects, obviously, hand tools. Um, go ahead and buy a chainsaw. Torn. My dad had both, Husqvarna or Steel. Um, which one do I want? You know what? We'll go with the old good old Steel here. And then paint, I don't know. Well, those are $100 a can. That's to mark deadwood. I don't know if you actually need that to mark them, or if they're already gonna be marked if you do a deadwood mission. So I don't know, but that's the end of the shop there. But you guys can go through that more and look and um see what it is, what all there is to it. I may try to do more of a detailed video on the shop in the future. Just have to see how things go. But and then we go down from vehicles, we go to packs. Now this is new, I think. I don't remember. They might have had this in Farm Sim 22. It just might be different the way it looks out. So let me go click on this. Okay, so yeah. So this is a little bit makes it a little bit easier. No, excuse me. It makes it a little bit easier for new players that are new to the farming simulator game series. Also, new people that are kind of new to farming as well. So let's say you want to do grain crops and you don't know that much about grain crops. You click on grain, it's going to show you, okay, tractor, this is what it recommends for grains. Tractor, a harvester with the header trailer, grain trailer, seeds, obviously you need seeds to plant, planters and seeders. If you don't know, like me personally, let's see here. Um, okay, I'm not seeing. Okay, maybe it's in vegetables. So, I thought it might be a little bit more broke down, like just the new crops. Okay, rice. There we go. So that was long grain rice. The long grain rice tractor, harvest it with the normal harvester. Pretty much that looks pretty much straight up normal everything farm equipment wise. Uh, if I go to just rice, so this is a little bit different. Like so this that has a special harvester, a special planter, and it's planted from uh saplings. It looks like. Then we go from that packs menu. We'll go to the used vehicle sale, which this is a great thing they added uh to the game back in 22 when they carried it over. Uh you get used machinery at a discount. like there, if I wanted to, I could potentially buy. I'm not going to. I don't have a whole lot of money right now. I don't want to try to take out a loan if I don't have to. But if I had the money and I wanted to, just because I'm going to get a different harvester in the future, uh, I could get that because it's a bigger header than what I had. That is for animal food. Um, that is that's a sunflower and corn header. That will plant your trees if you plan on doing forestry or you just want to plant trees. But so at the very bottom there, where you got the garage icon and the key thing for the lead, it'll show you, like I said, all the rundown of this. This shows uh the time on the vehicle, the horsepower, the different features of it, plus the age of it. But underneath that, it shows you uh what it's for. Like this one is will pick up silage, uh hay. I'm not sure what those other two are. Let me go back up here. Okay. That one's forage. All right. So, yeah, it looks like forage, hay, silage, straw. Um, I'm not sure what the other two are on that one there. I do apologize for not knowing what the symbols for everything is. But that's your used vehicle section. So that one you want to keep an eye on because a lot of times you can get some pretty good deals on it. Now, mind you, they will be damaged when you purchase them. So you will have to repair them uh, at some point, whether when you first buy them or after you use it for a while, you will need repaired. But then, so after we got the used vehicle menu, we go down to the mods and DLCs. So this shows you, like I said, I had the DLC, the Macdon pack, and then there's the mods I chose to download of the few that were released first. Um, a, a windrow, tractors, planter, front cultivator, truck, and a subsoiler. And then this is your building menu. You got animal dealer, which that, oh wow, that is new. Cool. That's cool. I'm gonna have to go through this and make a video on this by itself because that is pretty cool. On the animal dealer, you don't actually have to drive to the animal dealer no more. I'm sure you probably, yeah, you get charged a fee if you don't. So that didn't change, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, you got baby cow, you got a 0 month old, which is a baby, 6 month old, and then a 18 month old on cows. Uh, you got the different cow breeds, and water buffalo, obviously. Then we go up. You got pigs, sheeps and goats, horses, and chickens. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm okay. So then, so like okay, so there I just realized that. So now I can go in if I wanted to. I could go in and buy some of these cows and transfer them to my cow pasture. It'll hold 25. I have 3. Excuse me. But if I go over to pigs, I don't have a pig pasture for them, or sheep, goats, horses, chickens. So I can do cows, but that is kind of a player preference. If you want to just buy them directly, you can. I prefer to just transport them, save myself some money. Uh, or there's this, I guess, would be the sell screen. Yeah, okay. So that top one is buy, bottom one is sell. So if I wanted to, uh, they're worth $11.66. I would lose $100 fee, so I get $1,066 for each one. Oh, pardon me. But again, I choose to transport and do all that on my own. But so that's that. Oop. So that's the animal dealer. Obviously, the wardrobe, you can customize your character however you want it to look. I personally don't put too much time and effort into that. I might on this just because I'm going to try to do a long running series on this, but I'm not sure if I'll spend that much time on that. Then we got construction. So this looks completely different from 22. Not going to get too much into it, but obviously you can see sheds, silos, silo extensions, constructibles, containers, tools, farmhouses, and back to sheds. Factory. There's your product. I guess that'd be your productions, factories, selling points, greenhouses, cultivation, generators, and factories. The animals. Oh, there's other. So that's dogs, bees, uh, fences, of course, and then the sculpting. That's cool. It shows you the price. So every time you wanna uh raise, lower, or soften, it shows you the price. Looks like it's $10. Each one's $10. Painting, trees, plants. So yeah, that's kind of pretty cool. Uh, yeah, that's raise, lower, soften, slope, and level. So that's pretty, pretty neat there. How they changed that. I actually kind of like that compared to the last game. Last game was a little bit harder and a little bit tougher to navigate. So if I go out of this menu, and then we got farmland. I was gonna save my game again here. So yeah, so that pretty much kind of already kind of touched on that and showed that the highlighted areas is what we own. Um, so unowned currently selected in my farm. So unowned would be the road, obviously, and then like I said, I can right click that current to select if I want to buy new farmland, new fields, uh, which I'm definitely gonna be doing that sooner rather than later. I know on Farm Sim 22, I still haven't really bought very many farmland fields, and it's kind of hurting me a little bit with my gameplay on there. But I'm gonna, like I said, get back into playing that some more too. But this is the new current game, so I'm gonna try to keep on top of this one as much as possible. Uh, just so I can keep everybody informed on what's going on. So I'll go back uh, to the last part of this last menu here is vehicles, and we kind of already shown that in the other previous menu, but that's a quicker way. You get to it. You can get to it that way by going to the main menu with the map and all the contracts and stuff. Oh, looks like some new contracts popped up in there. Rock removal, mowing, harvesting, deadwood. Let's see. Canola and oats. Let's see. That one's gonna pay that. I wonder if I can take. Oh no. Okay, so your farm already has 3 active contracts. Okay, so that is pretty standard from all the previous games. You can only have 3 active contracts at once. Again, if mods get released to where you can allow more, I know they did that for 22, but I'm not sure if they will do it for this one or not. I'm sure somebody will. It's just a matter of time. So okay, so there's the bale wrapping, baking or baling, deadwood harvesting, mowing, rock removal. Oh, there's stone picking, wood transport. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the menus. Basically the beginnings of how the game is. Up there, that's something that's kind of new compared to the last version of the game with the contracts. It shows the 3 contracts I have active and how close they are to being done. I know in the last game you actually had to go into the contracts menu to check on the progress of that. So that's a nice upgrade in my opinion there. Um, but so I think with that, this comes to the end of the first gameplay video tutorial for Farm Sim 25. Uh, I hope you guys liked it, were informed with it. I do apologize that it ended up being in 3 separate videos. Um, I don't want to be repetitive with what I post on YouTube and all that, but I may at some point go back and try to do one start to finish where it's all one video. That way it's easier to watch. If I can figure out how to edit them all together and post it as one video, I might do that as well. I know it'd probably be super long, but needless to say, yeah, I don't like to repeat myself and repost me doing the same stuff over and over again. But I will, like I said, keep it in mind to try to do one maybe where I'm not talking as much over the narrative parts. That way people can actually hear the story if they want to hear it. Not to spoil it for anybody, but just so. But so yeah, we can jump here real quick before I let you guys go. That's the harvester we've already seen. That's the one of our starting tractors with our tipper. There's the cultivator. There's the other John Deere 3650 it looks like. And then that's it, I guess, is all we have. So yeah, we got the John Deere, the Massey harvester, a Challenger. We got our seeder there, cultivator, our trailer here. Let me see something real quick. One thing. Okay, see vehicle. Okay, frames. I don't remember. There was a way. I forget. I forget exactly what they said how to get into your garage. Was it in this menu? Yeah, I guess okay. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so you don't actually get into your garage from your store anymore. You do it from the actual map menu. But so yeah, so we didn't start out with a whole lot. 3 things for harvesting, uh, one for cultivating, one for seeding, and then the tipper with 2 tractors. So yeah, you don't start out with very much. Uh, but yeah, I think like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here for now. Uh, I'll probably bring you guys back for the video where I go pick up my stuff from the store. Fill up the fertilizer spreader, go do those missions, contracts, and we'll go from there. But I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll go a long way in helping me build my channel and progress in the future. And in the meantime, stay safe, be well, enjoy video games as much as you can. Most of the time, they're relaxing. Earlier, they were frustrating, but it is what it is. Take life with a grain of salt. And I see you in the next one. Later.